Well, some would argue this is the deepest division in the UFC right now, 145 pounds, a lot of killers at the top. This man has emerged out of the pack and gets his much-deserved title shot here tonight.
From the moment he got to the UFC, he told us we were viewing someone that could make an impact, a future champion that will remind us of the great featherweight champs Max Holloway, Jose Aldo Jr. He said, I am special. I will be a champion one day. Tonight, he gets the opportunity. Let's see if he can cash in.
Now, it appeared as though the weight cut was a little bit difficult. He did not want to hear that noise, but that is behind him, and we'll see how it goes for him here on Saturday night. Well, there have been so many great undisputed featherweight champions in UFC history. Max Holloway, Jose Aldo, Alexander Volkanovski, and this is the latest entrant, another guy who people believe could be just as special.
John, think about the names that you just listed. These are three of the greatest names the sport has ever seen. And this man is starting to build a resume where he stands alongside some of the greatest featherweight champions of all time. He is just a beast of an athlete. He is a beast of a champion, and he believes that tonight it will just be another notch on the belt as he keeps his championship belt.
We asked him in the fighter meeting, is this title challenger the toughest fight of your career? He smiled and said no comment. We'll see later tonight. All right, with that, both fighters have now graced the octagon. They will lock the door behind them, ready to go with a crazy fight here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. All right, now we bring you the tail of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. Now for the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Featherweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Jeremy Little Heathen Steven. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Featherweight Champion of the World, Bryce the Nasty Mitchell.
And there's Herb Dean. He will handle the action inside the octagon. All right, so here is the proud Arkansas native, Thug Nasty, Bryce Mitchell back on the proving ground as this round gets underway. Of course, a lot of people were high on him going into the Edson Barboza fight. He emerged from that fight with flying colors and now gets another legitimate challenge. Once again, he believes he will have a big grappling advantage against this opponent tonight.
He's in a lot of trouble now. Fast leg kick lands.
All right, nice entry, and the first takedown attempt succeeds. Not much resistance from the boxer, though, champ.
No, he knew that he needed to get this fight to the ground. He knew that the longer he was standing, the more danger he was in. He got it exactly where he needed to be very early, and more importantly, very easily.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Just over 3 minutes to go, round one. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Stevens getting work from the top here. These ground and pound strikes very effective. Let's see if he tries to work his way back to his feet. Couple hammer fists there for good measure. position now. Nice work on the ground by Stevens. So the crowd absolutely loving it as these fighters work their way back to the feet.
The fighters are back to their feet now, and they can take in the applause because they deserve it after that grappling exchange.
Lands a big elbow there. Oh, a huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot that will finish him off. He's hurt bad.
Gets to the single collar tie now. Very active in the clinch here and lands a beautiful shot to the head. Well, his opponent seemed to be stunned to a significant extent, but was able to recover, and it's almost like he let him off the hook.
Kind of let him off the hook. He needed to really put his foot on the gas to try to find that finish.
Missed with that attempt.
Both tough, both durable, both unwilling to take a step back. What a phenomenal fight.
20 seconds left.
It was absolutely perfect, John. Great placement on that uppercut.
Ooh, heel hook attempt now, and it looks locked in. Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight.
This round to be sharp.
All right, so there is the horn. That means the round is over. We nearly had a finish due to a submission, but I think you got to give credit to both the offense and the defense.
Yeah, you got to give credit to both guys, but nothing's more beautiful than an extended grappling exchange like we just witnessed. One guy almost submitted, one guy escaped. It's one of the most exciting things you can watch in all of mixed martial arts.
A huge strike. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Oh!
Nice shot there by the champ.
Kick to the body by Stevens.
Big double leg level change. Yep, and he's got him secured in the half guard now.
Mitchell's going for that arm triangle. Let's see if he has it.
This is tight.
Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Landed the overhand. Well, you can just see he is oozing with confidence, and not overconfidence, but a big knockdown in round one might be the source of that confidence.
Everything is going great. You tend to feel like you can walk through a wall. He doesn't need to walk through a wall. He needs to continue to find the right avenue to land those shots.
Well, he's looking for that left hand, just out of range, though, with it. Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result, he has taken control of this second round. Place shot there, DC. He is officially rocked.
A big, massive hook that really has put his opponent on skates.
Under 2 minutes now to go.
He closes the distance beautifully. He's got a single collar tie. Oh, nice. And he's hurt bad. Now he's back up.
Man, takedown defense one-on-one. Sometimes I watch this boxer stuff shots, and it seems like he's been wrestling his whole life.
Well, that's the first thing you have to do when you come into this sport is learn to defend takedowns. He has done that. He spent a lot of time working on this specific skill, and it's showing tonight inside the octagon.
Well, he's more than content to...
Look at him. He's setting up a choke now. Look at that. He's setting it up.
That guillotine is tight. Oh, countering. It looks like with a Von Flu choke, or maybe we should call it there.
How in the world did he escape that submission?
Stevens is in half guard. 20 seconds to go. All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Ten minutes in
Stop.
All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of what was a great round, DC. Got to talk about that knockdown.
What a fantastic round. He was able to set up a great shot, got the knockdown. You have to be feeling good as he walks back to the corner.
Well, he had a lot more than a puncher's chance coming in. Big knockdown for him in the previous round. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He got in his opponent's face, landed that big punch that put his opponent flat on his back. He couldn't get the finish, but if he lands one more time just like that, he will get the victory.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with this third round of this championship fight.
Oh, big punch lands.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body here, really starting to connect on a lot of strikes to the midsection here in the latter stages of this fight. Double leg takedown is true.
Now some separation from his punch position.
Single collar tie here. Takedown defense is there.
He gets to a spot, the tie clinches. Then he starts to let the knees fly.
Just out of range with the big right hand. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Collar tie here in the clinch. That strike blocked by Stevens. Back and forth we go. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to pile up these body shots here in the latter stages of this fight. You didn't see a lot of that in the earlier rounds, making up for one strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent.
Well, it looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but there's nothing to worry about now. But he's got to start to protect it. That's some power there.
Big elbow there, lands.
Beautiful.
Going for an arm bar now. Looks pretty tight, DC.
It's getting tight right now, John.
Oh, the submission defense holds up. He gets out.
He said that he was ready for everything that would be thrown at him. In that position, he showed that and proved it. Great shot from the top position.
Another ground and pound strike lands. Stevens gets up. He is back on the feet. Looked like he was in a submissive state on the ground, but he worked hard there to get back to the feet. Oh, he got hurt again. 1 minute now to go in the third. Oh, big elbow.
He ate that kick. He took that whole kick, yep. Now he's mad.
Gets back to his feet. Snapping off that jab.
Taking for a ride. Nice double leg, nice finish.
That's 3 rounds. We're now headed to the championship rounds. All right, so the round is over. You see, obviously, the fighter has a cut on his cheek sustained in that round, but better to be below the eye than above it. The cut man is in there trying to close it up. All right, so there's the horn. He got knocked down by a punch in that round, but he is able to survive. We'll see if they can make some adjustments.
He's as tough as they come. He took that shot and he kept plodding forward. He got off of his butt. He got himself off of the canvas and tried to get right back to work. But he cannot take many more of these. You don't want to be the guy that's testing how tough that your chin is.
You ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at the 4th round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go, 4th round of a possible 5. Every strike he
Pressing here.
transition there. You call that a reversal?
Yeah, you turn your defense into offense. Defensively, you switch position and you go right on the offensive. That's exactly what he did.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
All right, has the guard closed here.
Setting up a submission attempt. Oh yeah, he's got him to sit tight. Great job maintaining position there. You never want to lose position to chase a submission.
Under 3 minutes to go in round 4.
Beautiful ground strikes landed.
And there it is, another strike on the ground gets through. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not caught. Setting up another submission.
Oh, that arm triangle's wicked tight.
He's starting to get it in very deep.
Back and forth we go. This might be it, though.
This cannot happen much longer.
Oh, somehow he got out.
That was beautiful. Look at how he brought his hips up in the air. Used his momentum to swing himself back to his chest being facing the mat. What a beautiful display of submission defense.
These are big shots, and they're not glancing blows. When he's throwing, he is landing so clean that his head is starting off the mat.
Mitchell's back in half guard. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Mitchell's back in side control here. Under 20 seconds now to go. Oh, look out, folks. That is tight.
It looks like it's getting going.
Oh, and now he gives up on the submission. Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4. All right, so what a round it was for him. Multiple knockdowns. When we sat down with him on Thursday, he said, when I touch guys in this division, they go down, and he proved prophetic. That's exactly what happened in the previous round.
The guy has lightning in his hands. Every time he is landing, he is putting his opponent on his butt over and over, knocking him down. He has not found the finish, but he needs to stay patient, find the perfect shot, hit him with that kill shot. You get that kill shot off, and there will be no more getting up.
All right, so a lot of highlights over those previous 5 minutes. DC, take us through the replay, if you would.
A lot of good action, but punching led the dance. Punching was the thing that stood out to me. That allowed him to take control of the round.
You ready?
Here we go, 5th and final round. Back to his feet. Stevens' head kick is blocked, so no damage inflicted there. Ooh, pretty good uppercut. Nice right punch followed by a left.
Great timing on that double leg.
Nice job staying offensive there as he lands a shot from the bottom.
He's just being more aggressive, and because he's being more aggressive and more loose with his strikes, he's landing. Great punch.
Well, I am not going out on a limb when I say he is on the wrong side of this fight. Maybe a little bit rattled after getting knocked down earlier in the round.
But that's exactly what you expect, right? He took such a bad knockdown early. It's going to be on him to build back into this fight as we move forward.
Nice job to reverse position there on the ground, and now we'll see what he can do with the dominant position. All right, well, I don't have to be a judge to tell you he is losing this fight late in the game now. Time to start throwing up those submission attempts, I would think.
Got to keep going. You got to start throwing up submission attempt after submission attempt and hope that something's free for you to latch onto. Another takedown land.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
All right, operating inside the closed guard now. Mitchell's back in half guard. He's very comfortable here.
Getting him out here.
Oh, and he locks up a triangle now. You said off the top, his go-to submission looks pretty tight to me.
Oh, and if he's got you in there, then you know that you're in a lot of trouble. He's starting to shift the arm across. As he gets to the cross, he's going to start pulling. Great submission defense on full display by the opponent.
Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. Man, submission defense is a powerful thing. Offense keeps going for it. Defenders held up every step of the way.
Yeah, the defense has done a great job just making sure he leaves nothing long, no submission attempts. Even when they get him, he continues to stay calm and patient, and he's defending these submissions.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Mitchell's in half guard, really maximizing his shots here on the ground. Oh, what a finish to this one as we go the full 25 minutes. Stand and cheer, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge 1 scores this contest 50-45, Stevens. Judge 2 scores it 47-47. And Judge 3 scores it 48-46. For the winner by majority decision, and new undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Jeremy Little Stevens.
So an absolutely incredible result here tonight. We are still digesting it right now. There he is, the new UFC featherweight champion of the world.